Yes guys, this is the second part. I'm not going to repeat what was in the first part, just watch it if you wish. Yes, there was a lot of fishing, but also a lot of useful information as well as will be here. So the fishing trip number 3, where we were tested Alternator, wasn't covered in the first part for the reason explained there. And okay, let's just go on the trip number 3 that's supposed to be there but will be here. You will anyway get a lot of useful information if you wish to watch this along with fishing. Today one of the best, if not the best, weather for fishing. Little small wave and some wind, and it's perfect to go against this with RPM 900 about, because this will create more power to generator. And I decided today for this fridge I use just the first battery, so that we later know how much power we need to charge to this battery after that kind of fishing day with this weather. In the morning it was a mirror here on the lake, so it's like mixed situation, and I just wanted to use the only first one, if I will not receive any alarm from Smartcraft system soon. And at the moment, yeah, by the way, I took mirror, so something like that I'm trying to see, but you don't see it, so let me show you this way. 6.5 we give from the alternator, and we consume more, yeah. So at 1000 we would give 10 amperes, as we research on previous days. Actually with that speed, yeah, no, I don't want to add more. Let's be realistic and see what will happen after we after that fishing day. I will show you how much hours it was at the end, and then let's see how much energy amperes per hour we need to give to that battery after that day. Guys, I'm recording this material after about 1 week since the previous, and actually I collect material for the fish. Sorry. Well, it took quite a time. There was few of them. I don't remember where was I. Yeah, so but I think we discussed what we want to show in this video, right? Yeah, so I have seen like many people ask about this subject that I will cover here. I think you will not find this in any other video. If you will, just give me the link, I will compensate you. We will test some laws, how much they use in this board, like lights and everything. Lights is easy, you know how much watts they are, and you know voltage, and then ohm law, and you are good to go to know about amperes. So, but what we will test actually how the alternator works, how much we consume, how much we give. Yeah, I will continue about what I have seen people like asking. I will have electrical motor in my board, and I want to charge battery with my outboard, or I have a fridge, lights here, and some other stuff. So lights, would it be enough? One battery, my alternator, and so on. You will see how it works. You will understand I hope clearly. Yeah. I will try to give also some theory. But first let's take a look how much amperes we use by trim tabs, for example. So you see that initial power, and now I use trim tabs up and down. You can calculate, or I will do this and put in the description. Yeah. Okay, now about this light. Five and 5 amperes, yeah, so it corresponds with 60 watts for this lamp. Yeah, side lamps, they are equal, so let's just take a look at this one, just one here. One and 2 amperes, so multiply by 12, 15, right? Yeah, I don't remember their rating. I think it's 15 watts. The outboard trim, because I have 2 amperemeters each. You should look at the first one, which is for alternator in the positive side, so that's why you will see this consumption there. I haven't seen myself, but I tested on the ground previously, and it's huge amount of power required. If I remember right, up to 20 amperes. And actually I tested with the outboard engine off, so whatever you see there I will put in the description. I haven't seen myself. You should also add the positive number. For example, if there was minus 16, for example, 14 after plus 6, then it's 20 amperes. Yeah, because now the alternator is working. When I tested previously, it was engine off. Did you get the point? Well, Downrigger wasn't tested yet, and we will try it now. It's quite challenging to make it alone. I think 14.4 we have seen from 7.5. Is it 7 amperes? I don't have calculator with me right now. Yeah. Well, guys, I think I tested main huge amperes consumers in this board. I don't show you all small consumers, unfortunately. I have this video in non-English version part first, but I don't have this in English. So if you want me, you can ask me about all of them. Now I will show you how much amperes consumes this radio, yeah, and 4 speakers. And I will do this in the following way. Birds. You will see ampemeters, how it's changed values, and I cut off sound because I don't want to search for the music that is allowed. So you just watch on the changes. Hey birds, what is there? It's my fish. I will put later in the description. I think you have seen maximum something like 11, and yeah. So I was changing volume, and at some moment I switch off the radio. Actually, the default power it consumes about 0.8 amperes, and the rest is for the music. So you can calculate the difference between 7 and 3, 7 and 5 to 11 with something. I will put in the description how much we get on the maximum volume. So, and it was yesterday, the trip was yesterday, and now is already evening of the next day. It's more or less conditions of fishing in the fishing trip where you cannot charge the battery. So we are now, that is the first battery voltage. The second one that we didn't use, kids, the second one that we didn't use here, but we will charge both of them. We are mostly interested about the first one, how much it will take amperes per hour, but also about the second one that was without charging, after full charging for about 3 days, and the only consumer is this voltmeter for that second battery. Yeah, this is another project about fuel tank I just recorded. Yep. So the first battery started with bulk charging, of course, and the voltage you have seen there, and that's what we read on voltmeter. So basically that's the voltage that we read on the battery. Don't be in doubt. So this is the same like if you check it on the battery. What is the voltage that we see in the up? Is it the target for the charger, or is it the voltage that is set on the charger? Well, that I haven't researched it, and we have some debates about this with another engineer. I'm just providing now information. We can discuss this in comments. And that is the voltage about a couple minutes late, and I read on the voltmeter 13.25 right now. So we are charging with 10 amperes in the bulk charger. What are these difference? 1398 and 1326. Is it a voltage drop, or is it a target here? That I don't know actually, and I have seen much bigger difference on the same 10 amps. So it's not about a huge voltage drop, otherwise it would be always the same. It's about, well, if you have idea, just give me in comments. I a little bit delayed to record the screen of this charger for something like half minutes. But anyway, you have seen the voltage there, and you see the voltage here. Yeah, and you have seen also strange 15 with something start voltage for the battery. If you know what it means, I don't know. That's quite strange. And yeah, we are there in the absorption charging because the battery wasn't actually discharged too much. It was about 3 with something amperes when I started here. Now it's about 1 amperes, and I read there 1425 on the voltmeter and 1440 here. It's not a voltage drop. It couldn't be at that small current, so it's something else. Give me your ideas if you have them. Okay guys, let's check what is now at about 9 p.m. 14.27 volts I see on the first voltmeter, and we have here 14.4. It can be voltage drop. I'm not pretty sure. I am absolutely sure. So it's something else. So we are in the absorption charge. 1 hour in bulk, 143 in absorption with 10 ampere charge, about 16-17 ampere charge, amperes hours we already added. Guys, it's too much. You cannot do this with your alternator, as you understand. Yeah, okay, we will check it tomorrow. But the second one now I see 13.74 on the voltmeter. About the same here. Yeah, so it's flawed, means it's charged, and we remember we didn't use it except for the voltmeter itself. 15 milliamperes, I think. I will put in the description if I remember all calculations. So the standard 30 minutes charging, 0.3 amperes hours. Yeah, let's do conclusions later. Except for V start, I don't know why it's 15, 18. If you have some ideas, comments, do comments about anything. Okay, on the next day we are charged 13.18 I can see on the first battery, and that's the most important, the one that we've been using the whole day. So 13.22 here, 13.18 there, something similar, and the most interesting part is here. So we charged about 20 amperes. We added about 20 amperes per hour to the battery, and it took 9 hours to charge it. Yeah, so the end voltage is according to the setting, initial voltage, start voltage. Who can explain these things to me in more details, what exactly it means, and these things related to why the real battery voltage is different that we see here, not because of the voltage drop. So, and the second battery 1307, exactly the same we read on the voltmeter there, and it wasn't used. Yeah, so the standard 30 minutes circle, and again quite strange V start. Yeah, okay. That type of shit doesn't help, I think, to get fish. Had another trip. I didn't show you, I think, anything from that trip, where I for 12 hours mostly trolling, and I used a lot the fridge and the autopilot pump, and also radio. So, and the second battery, at some moment I switched to the second battery, and now you can see how much ampere hours we need to add by the charger into it. So in the beginning I used the first one, but then I switched to the second one. So the first one got less from the charger, because it's also half-hour charged during high RPMs on my way home, and also after I switched to the second one. But we cannot compensate with alternator, as you can see, the first and together with the second battery. We cannot compensate this with alternator if we use just a fridge and radio. So this, the fish that this trout eat is from the trout, and I offer something better. After yesterday, last day fishing trip, I didn't charge the batteries. The first is 12.89, the second is 11.89. I will now put them on charging and let's see what's happening. Well, it didn't require all 10 amperes, and bulk charging just the absorb charging stage. 1412 I read on the voltmeters now, and actually it was a little bit less, which much was that V start voltage, so 1408, and we see here 1440. So it's not about voltage drop for sure, because we will see here 14.4 even with 10 amperes or with 1 amperes, but we will see quite different voltages there on the voltmeter. So it's not about voltage drop, otherwise it would be quite different. And I don't know if I explain clearly. It is actually, it can sense the voltage of battery, and I'm pretty sure this is the target voltage, yeah, that it's set. It doesn't mean that it exists on the exit of the charger, it's just the target, at least from what I see. Well, if not, let me know in comments. Yeah, just for a second it was in bulk. Okay, so it tries it now in the bulk charge here, because it was really discharged battery. So it's apply a maximum current 7 amperes for this charger, Yeah, and we can see it detected voltage, start voltage 12.93. I read 1284, and actually in the moment when I connected it, there was maybe 12 and 6, something like that. So I really don't know where it get this number higher than what we read. And also yeah, if you remember on that charger we had this problem with 15, 18. I don't know why, where it goes, where it comes from. So 13 and 4 now, it's not a target in my understanding here, because we are in bulk charge, we're charging with the high current, we don't care about voltage. But what is that then? 13.4 and then 12.8 that I read on ampemeter or voltmeter. And what is that V start? I'm not clearly understand, but I believe that is not a voltage drop. Yeah, with that virus that we have between the voltmeter and the battery, no voltage drop, just couple amperes. Doesn't matter what current it goes there, and there is no current goes. Yeah, so we read what I say you there on the voltmeters. That is true voltage that we see on the battery connected parallel with the charger. Yeah, so what is the voltage that we see in this application on the charger? I don't know. I think it's time to ask Victron about it. So okay, next day evening, the first battery, if I remember right, I didn't use it much. I think something in the middle of the day I switched to the second only, and also I drove a lot on the high speed on this battery. I don't remember, maybe when I edit video I will see and recognize it, but we can see that quite a little we added here by the charger. So on the second one, the most used battery, and never charged from the alternator, and here we charged quite a lot. Yeah, so in the bulk charge, in absorption charge, a little bit in the float charge. Yeah, we can see V start, V end. I probably should have been switch alternator to this second battery and try to charge it, but probably it will be experiment in some other trip. Yeah, I think I will try, because I never yet charged the second battery from the alternator. Probably I will try to do this, and we will need to compare the difference between charging by chargers, just the second battery, when the first one is always charged almost by the alternator. And I lost the idea, but you got the point. Okay. So guys, we watched everything. We still have question number 6. By the way, it was answer on the question 5, how much power consumes some device in the boat. Yeah, so it was answered. And 6 was, will I damage the battery by continuous charging from the generator? Well, the answer is not. If you not agree, let's discuss in comments. And also guys, let's discuss things about smart chargers. So the question was if generator alternator works similar way as the smart charger, does it change the voltage? Yeah, some people say that it changed voltage. Well, let's just discuss these things. If you have some information, you have seen how everything works. And have a nice day. Remember subscriptions and likes, guys.